We're officially live. This is very concerning. It might be this right in here. Tornado vortex signature false. I don't believe that. I just don't. Alright, well, currently we have 14 other severe thunderstorm warnings to keep our plate, or keep our thing busy, keep going. This has matured very nicely over the last few minutes. Boy. Man, I'm gonna be here for a while. This thing does not show any... This day even does not show any signs of stopping very soon. I will be here to cover most all of it. New frame, basically same situation. I could see this cell probably lasting a very long time in and through Louisiana. What I'm concerned about is it hitting the... Obviously, it's not going to last that long, but the storms in general. What I'm worried about are the storms hitting the coast sometime tomorrow. Coast here, making a situation like what we had last night, where this area near Jacksonville was under tornado warning for an extended period of time. I just don't want another situation going on like that right now. I'm going to check my phone occasionally for tweets, so please don't mind that. Just making sure everything is going smoothly. If you guys experience a little bit of lag, I apologize. My Wi-Fi has not been very good tonight in general. I'm just gonna have to kind of manage with it as time goes along. It should get better as we go into later tonight. New frame. Oh my gosh. This is... If it keeps getting tighter, this is definitely a tornado if it keeps getting tighter. Tennis... 1.25 inch. This will be a good way to tell. Let's look at the correlation coefficient. See what this says. It's still a big blob. See, it's hard to tell because if this was a tornado, there'd be a pretty evident hook. There could be something in here. Just kind of a little echo right here. I'm looking just right around in there. Go back to velocity. And that's the inside of that. Yikes. Does reflectivity tell me anything? No, this storm has weakened a fair bit, which is very good news. It was very strong just a few minutes ago, as you'll take a look at that. You take a look at that. It was hitting 70, 75 on the DBZ scale, which is very, very concerning, especially when you think about it. This is not just rain, this is hail, this is all the different types of precipitation. That's very concerning to me. Now we can go back to this. In the meantime, when this doesn't seem to be doing much of anything, let's take a look at the several severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's go south to north. Firstly, you got one just to the east of College Station in Texas, heading right for the Woodlands. Down here, maybe. Yep. Wow, that is very strong. 2-inch sized hail. Loaded gun warning for Todd, Mission, Magnolia, Pinehurst, Stagecoach, Tomball. You guys are likely going to get it. This is a very strong cell. I hope it's not rotation. Hope it's not rotating. It could be. Could just barely be right in there. Man. That's the last thing they need. Especially with 2-inch hail, you can't really get around anywhere in the first place. And trying to get outside to a tornado's safe space with chunks of ice falling from the sky is not preferable. Max size 2 inches. Alright, C1. Mark that down. Okay. But yeah, that's a very strong cell we're talking right there. About to close in. About to close in on Navasota. It'll be in Todd Mission at around 10:25 or 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time, 9:25 or 9:30 Central Daylight Time. You guys need to be on the lookout for that because this is a very strong cell, regardless if it's rotating or not. This is a very strong cell and will cause severe damage to vehicles, roofs, siding, and the warning does state 60-mile-an-hour gusts and quarter-size hail, even though the hail seems a lot bigger than quarters. 2 inches is a lot bigger than quarters. This might go severe warned. Huntsville, Cold Spring, you guys might be in it. There's a cell going around here with almost 1-inch hail. Take a look at that. It's going pretty strong. It might go severe warned. I think this was previously severe warned a few minutes ago. But Huntsville around 10 o'clock, Cold Spring around 10:40-ish. And what we got going on over here, that is a very strong cell as well. Under 2 different severe thunderstorm watches for 2 different parts. Again, 60-mile-an-hour gusts and quarter-size hail. 1.5-inch hail. That is still quite severe. You guys need to be careful up there. Make sure that... And now it's signaled as rotating. That's the last thing we need. Oh, God. That might be rotating, actually. Please, no. That's also oh, my God. I'm going to be here forever tonight. It doesn't appear to be rotating if we put it on KBOE. Yeah, no real rotation. I mean, obviously the straight line winds are strong, but it doesn't seem like there is much rotation associated with this. So let's just go back to reflectivity. I could have sworn that this cell was a lot stronger a minute ago. Yeah, it looks stronger on KPOE. That's interesting. I'm just going to go up here to KSHV for now, because that covers more of the area that I'm trying to look at. But what we got here is a pretty strong cell with some pretty serious hail that Corrigan, Woodville, Chester, y'all need to be on the lookout for that, as it could be a potentially strong cell that we have going on right now. I'm just gonna look through real quick. This doesn't really seem to be rotating too much. Got a warning up here closer to DeBerry, Legion Fields, Keachie, Longstreet, Keachie, Midyat, Deadwood, Front Spring Ridge. Keachie likely gonna get it. Edgefield, Coshada, maybe getting it. Closer to 10 p.m. or excuse me, yes, 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Arkansas. I can never say that right. It's either intentionally wrong or I can't say it right. And that frustrates me. So we got a new one in effect. I'll get over to Arkansas in a tiny bit. But we have what looks to be a pretty strong cell going through near Keachie. If we take a look at the classification, it does have some giant hail associated with it. Just a little bit of a patch right there that could be headed right for Keachie. Large hail associated in the middle of this and hail all around. Be careful for that. Be on the lookout for that, as it could be a very severe situation. Looks like there's some hail associated with the cell just to the north, or just to, to the south and west of Shreveport in Louisiana. I'm gonna get off of this because that's just bad. Looks like we have some pretty large hail associated with the cell to the north, the south and west of Louisiana. Inch-size hail. Pretty straight line, no real tornado threat if we take a look at the base velocity. I may take that back. It says this is rotating. I don't know if I believe that. This doesn't appear to be rotating. This might be. Let's take a look at this. Oh man, that's definitely rotating. Let's just stop. If you take a look, frame by frame, you see it slowly start to come together as a cycling storm. That'll be something to keep an eye on. Up here near Houghton, Doyline, Heflin, we got a rotating cell. It looks like it's pretty broken up. Quite frankly, it is rotating. They are definitely not wrong with the report. It is very broken up, though. I don't see any kind of warning coming out with it. There may be a warning for this depending on how it matures. Let's go back to reflectivity. A little bit drier at the base than I would have initially thought. I would have thought it would have been maybe a little bit more damp at the base. Let's take a look at the composite reflectivity. That'll tell a much bigger picture. Hitting 60 and in here 65 on the DBZ rating over a much larger area. If we go back to reflectivity, right in the same place, really not hitting that kind of spot. It is hitting 60, but it's really not that strong. Now, let's go back to the tornado warned area, and that is a very evident hook. Can we go back to... Nah, that's not what I wanted. That'll... Oh my god. That is very dangerous. It doesn't seem to be rotating as much. That's strange. That's very interesting, actually, to me. So some of the stronger winds have died out a little bit. It's now only really hitting 80 or so. Excuse me. It's now only hitting really 80 or so. But in general... Why does it never go to the top? There. Let's sit on 100. So it's... The warning is up to the border of Arkansas and Louisiana. I could see this potentially getting warned for further into Louisiana. Possibly as far as Benton, Red Chute, or Minden. I doubt it'll get to Minden, but however, as we've seen over the past few days with long track storms, they have produced long track cells, and this could be one of them. It's hard to tell as of now, but this could be one of the cells that we are looking at. Let's go back over to super res reflectivity. This severe thunderstorm warning I would not take very seriously. Despite the reports, there's really no hail associated with this. There may be some gusty winds, but the rain isn't heavy. There's really no strong signatures of anything really severe associated with it. Obviously, a thunderstorm is a thunderstorm. Lightning is very dangerous, but I do not see a very evident signature of you need to be careful. Something's going to happen with this. Yeah, that's what I'm basically trying to go at. Going to the north, this is another warning that's about to expire, so I'm actually not even going to go over this. This one's not set to expire yet. Where is the... Oh, down here. How are these doing? Is there actually... I swear to God, if there's actually rotation with it. Hard to tell at first glance. Especially considering all the purple that's there. I can't really see what's going on. That's a little confusing and concerning to me. Because it's kind of going along a line. And... Go back up here. Ladies and gentlemen, we could be talking about a potential tornado right inside of here. It seems to be a very confined spot. If we go over to the correlation coefficient, that really doesn't look like anything. But the hook is there. Big yikes. I always hate it when I can't tell, because usually these are easier to tell. But that could be concerning. That could be very concerning. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the following areas in Louisiana. Northwestern Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana. Bossier Parish in northwestern Louisiana until 10:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is a very dangerous storm, as indicated. However, it does not look like it'll go tornado warned, which is very, very hiccup. It is very, very good news. National Weather Service, in my opinion, is making a great call with a downwind warning, giving the civilians plenty of time to get ready for what could be on the way. 1.5 inch hail, that is not okay. But yeah, this is still rotating. We could be talking about a potential tornado in there. Still does not say that. However, looking right here, 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf size hail. Yeah, golf ball size hail. Yeah, these winds are hitting 80, as said by the spectrum, going all the way up here. It could even be touching 90, which is a concern. So 2 warnings have now gone off the charts, one in Polk and Trinity in Texas, and one in Columbia, Lafayette, and Miller in Arkansas. Those will be taken off the charts soon enough. I would like to go back in the frames to see what... That is a very new thing. And that, my friends, my heart, no doubt about it, or no, not gonna lie to you, my heart did skip a beat there for a second. That, however, is a radar error. There's only one. That's annoying. Oh my. So this tells a very different story now. Look at this. So we're looking at what is potentially a very strong symbol of rotation right in here. Wow, big yikes. If we go back to Kale, this doesn't even touch it. Crap. Does KFWS touch it? No, ugh. This touches it. That's all that matters. What we have here is a very strong symbol of what could be rotation. Headed on track for Vivian, Gilliam, Betcher, Benton, Minden, Sibley. You all should be on a loaded gun warning for what could be a very dangerous spot right in here of potential strong rotation. Excuse me. Appreciate whoever has stopped by. Thank you for joining around. Thank you for hanging around here. We got a very dangerous situation going on right here, just to the north and west of Oil City. I need to continue going up the scale with the severe thunderstorm things. So the velocity, wow, that tells a very telling story. Not even looking at radar, that tells a very telling story with how the storms are going. I'll explain in a second. This concerns me. That little area right there. Let's take a look at it on loop. That could start rotating, which would be a very dangerous situation. Let's go back to reflectivity. Doesn't really tell much right there, but we can see going on right now just the straight line of strong storms. If we go over right back to velocity, that's the exact area that we're talking about for the winds. So this warning I would take seriously. It does appear that there could be some very, very strong winds with this. Hail, half an inch, half an inch, half an inch. So half an inch hail. Hail is hail, like I said in the last stream that I did last night. Hail is hail. It's ice falling from the sky. It will hurt. But it's nowhere near 2-inch hail. That's what this is, only a quarter of the size of that. Oh, man. I think this is a new warning that just got put into effect by the National Weather Service. No, this is an old warning. 1.251. So those are the warnings for Arkansas. What we are talking about right now is a very dangerous line of storms basically going on right through here. This is part of a system that will be tracking this. It's part of a system I'll be tracking to the east and making it swing up the coast. If we just take a look, if we just zoom out really quickly right now, we have the swing. We have just all of this in a big line. This is the low pressure. If you don't mind, I'm just going to do this. This is the low pressure. That'll be moving up and through, right up the coast and then out. This is what caused the severe thunderstorms down here in Tallahassee the other day, in the Tallahassee area. Especially down here. They were down over here when I was covering. They were coming off the shore as waterspouts. One of them did turn in a tornado near Panama Beach. So what these lows have a tendency to do is they form, usually, what they'll do, we're just going to get a big map here. What they usually do, assuming the jet has been off. Assuming the jet is right around, this is a very rough estimate, like that-ish. What this allows to do, this allows for lows to form over here off the Pacific Ocean. They then go right through, mature right down here in New Mexico and Arizona. They then become stronger lows, which then sweep up the coast and out of sight. This jet stream here, just gonna outline it a second time for clarification. The jet stream here is what is pushing these lows away from the specific areas. This hurricane season is completely different. If you all happen to be thinking about hurricane season at this moment in time, that is a completely different thing. Hurricanes usually form when hurricanes, we're gonna have to really zoom out here. Hurricanes usually form here or here. And they usually either take a track up the coast and right into Florida, like that, like that, like that, like that, or they go up here and do that. We saw that with Harvey over a past few years ago. And lows can also form here, take a track, go through the islands, straight up the coast, sometimes brush the coast, and then usually out of sight. What keeps them away? Usually, we have been very fortunate up here in the Northeast and in the New York City metro area. They persist on not having any type of wet business going around. So what they'll do is the storms will go up here and then deflect and go away. So those are hurricanes for you. But what we are talking about right now is tornadoes, potentially, and some severe thunderstorms with some very strong hail and winds. Let's take a look back that. I'm going to mark this because this looks like a very predominant hook. I don't know what kind of cell that is. I don't know what that means. Yup. That is part of the rotation going on right there. This, I still think should go tornado warned, but the National Weather Service does not. And the National Weather Service has decided to not put anything out for this. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning, or an old severe thunderstorm warning right there. We had a new one. Where was it? This was the new one, I think. Yes. I'm going to open this back up again and go back on super res reflectivity. And we got another cell going around here. V9. Could be making a beeline right for Shreveport. Just gonna check something real quick here. Please don't mind me. Thank you all for joining. If you did decide to stop by, I appreciate you all just joining me here, following with what's going on at this moment in time. So there's two potential things rotating here. This does not seem like a concern. But again, both cells, it shows a very big fat block right here of straight line winds in one direction with the clash of other winds right here, if I'm not mistaken. Must be a new frame, because that does not look the same. Yeah, there is a new frame that I completely missed. But yeah, right around there, we're talking about big push, a boundary, and then push the other way. The boundary seems to be holding at the moment, which is good. But if the boundary decides to give way, then we could be talking about a bad situation. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to finish something up here. So we got a new frame here. I'm fairly convinced at this point, even though there could still be development with this, the winds are still set up. It is still set up to potentially be a bad situation. Does not look like it right now. This is something to keep an eye on, as there's boundary here, but there could definitely be some rotation if it continues up like this. This is a little area to watch, a little bit of an arc right here. If some winds sneak in here, we could be talking about rotation and a funnel cloud. Got another new frame. Just trying to keep track of weather Twitter right now. I could pull it up on my computer right now, but that would just cause a whole big thing of system lag in the stream, and I don't want that. I want a pretty smooth experience for you guys. So we're just gonna stick with what we have right here. Getting blisters on my hand these days. So the tornado warning has been taken out of effect by the National Weather Service. Good news for those areas in Texas that were in the zone. It's actually dying out a lot quicker than I had originally expected. I expected it to be a very long trek thing that we're talking about, but it seems to be dying out fairly quickly, which is good news. Just trying to keep up with this. This is a lot more difficult than y'all might think. I know a lot of friends of mine who look at this and go, oh, weather, what is that? What does that have to do with anything? It has to do with a lot. Because if you think about it, climate change is going to continue being a thing. And the weather's going to be changing every day. And we got to always be aware of that. Got to always be thinking about it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I hope. Yikes. So, L9, if you guys are in Oil City, Morningsport, Bossier City, Red Chute, Houghton, you guys are still in a loaded gun warning. We have a very strong cell with some very severe hail about to go through. Oil City's about to get they're about to get punched. Yikes, that's huge. That's huge. I need to find. I'm getting all sports tweets on Twitter. That's not the important thing to me right now. It's hard it's hard to tell, especially right now, what's going on. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect by the National Weather Service for the following areas in Arkansas: Logan, Montgomery, Polk, Scott, Yell. At 9:22 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Severe thunderstorm is located near Beauchamp, or 8 miles north of Mena. Moving east at 45 miles an hour. There might not be a necessity for this stream to go on very long, which would be a good thing for the people. Because obviously, I don't want to have to be... I love streaming for you guys. I love streaming for the weather community, for the safety of others. But when it's a few continuous days, it starts to take a toll on yourself. We have a shrinkage in the severe thunderstorm warning up here. Near Clarksville. The one that expires in 25 minutes up here. Yeah, it's still very lively. This is still a very strong line that we're talking about going through right around here. There's also one right down around here that we'll talk about. Clarksville just got it. Half-inch hail. I'm going to take those off because those are beginning to bother the absolute hell out of my ears. Big yikes. You hate to see that. Oh, my... Okay. very convenient that I can see all the severe thunderstorm warnings up here. I know the warnings up here may be blocked by the webcam, but there are currently 10 severe thunderstorm warnings. And I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is the number of the day. That's a fairly strong cell still. We got a new warning. I'll get to that in a second. Got a fairly strong cell still with still huge hail. 2-inch hail still coming out of that. Got 2 warnings up in effect. We have got a special marine warning now in effect for Key West in Florida. Are all of these not... Okay. Are all of those radars there down? Because I can't get a hold of that. So rotating cell, that's not good. The best we can get is just information about it. Strong thunderstorm located 13 nautical miles southwest of T-Tower, moving northeast at 25 knots. Knots. The hail associated with all these storms is still. Please excuse my lack of English today. Did not mean to do that. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the following counties. That's not the new warning. Why do I keep seeing new warnings and not being able to tell what they are? This is the one. So we got a new one for Arkansas right in here. For Johnston and Logan counties. Yes, yes. Just got a message from a friend of mine who I work with, so I'm going to need to take a second here. Let me just get this on. And that could still be rotating. It's hard to tell. Maybe in here. Maybe right in here. That's something to watch. The hail associated with this is massive 2.25. 3-inch hail is going to absolutely blast you. It's going to blast all of your vehicles. Just be careful, please. Can't stress it enough. I gotta check some. Something on Twitter is getting me very confused. I think it was from earlier today, though. Yeah, it was from earlier. So tornado reported near Hossman, which is, I think, over here. Which is where the storms would have been earlier today. Hmm. Some tweets are coming out from people saying that this is going to be one of the worst outbreaks of all time. Yeah, I don't believe that. Not one bit. I mean, obviously the outbreaks are bad, but I don't have many friends down here because this is a very dangerous situation. Yikes. So this cell is strengthening again just as it passes Oil City. Benton, loaded gun warning for some very severe hail, some very strong and dangerous precipitation. Your meter classification shows, wow. So we got, it's getting to the point where it says unknown type. That doesn't mean good things. Although it's basically a line extending from the radar, so I think that's radar error. But we're seeing giant hail as a common thing. So loaded gun warning for Benton and, quite frankly, Cotton Valley. Y'all should be aware of everything going on as well. Got some giant hail down near, just to the northeast of Mansfield as well, going towards Coushatta. Edgefield's gonna miss. Rohatton, Camp T, Clarence. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for the following areas. It said 1 hour. Well, we currently have 2 in the same spot. But we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for, that's not what I wanted to click. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning for a very dangerous line of thunderstorms in the following areas in Louisiana: Bossier and Caddo Parish in northwestern Louisiana. Strong thunderstorms located over Blanchard are 9 miles north of Shreveport, moving southeast at 50 miles an hour. Gusts, or hazard, I'd say, are wind gusts and large hail, as we got 1.5 inch hail here, and possibly 2 or even 3 inch hail is what we could be looking at this moment in time. I'm having trouble finding anything currently weather related in Twitter, which I have never had. Yeah, so the one that expired in 30 minutes for Bossier and Cato got taken out of effect. So we got another one for a good hour still in effect. Considering how late we're getting into the night and considering how late considering the storms that are going around here, I may not find need to keep the stream going for much longer. These storms do not seem to be rotating, which is great news, and we have a very dangerous setup for Mississippi, and for Mississippi, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia, and Florida for a setup tomorrow. This whole area is going to be kind of fricked. Keep up the grind. Thanks, William. I am very sore, and I don't know why. Still wish I could get info on what this is, because all of the radars are down right next to it. Yikes. Starting to get a bit of a headache too, because I've been fairly sick all day. Try and push through this, try and get you guys some info, content, etc. Got a new frame here, and this is just getting stronger, and it looks like there might be a little bit of a hook forming here. That does not look good. If we go to... I'm going to look at the correlation coefficient first. I'm going to hop back and forth here for a little bit. So, let me just draw an outline of the line for the most part. This is very difficult to do considering I'm doing it with the mouse. Please don't bully me. And that's basically all I need. So, if we go back to velocity, wow, really nothing associated in terms of rotation now at all. It just died. Like the cell did last night down in Florida. It just died. Excellent news, but man. Big yikes. It's a good type of yikes, though. It's a very, very good type of yikes. So this appears that it also could be rotating. I can't tell, really, because it's sort of straight line, and at the time it's not. You get a better outline. It's sort of rotating. If this starts to funnel this way and this starts to funnel this way, we could be talking about a funnel cloud and possibly a tornado warning going out. But right now, from what it looks like, this might even not go severe warned after it gets out of the currently warned area. It's likely going to go severe warned. This is still a strong block of crap right there. Probably giant hail going. Trying to just keep myself in the zone here because I want to keep going until at least 11 Eastern. It says these are rotating again, which is not good news. These earlier just said hail, but now they look like they're rotating again. Velocity doesn't say that. Velocity doesn't agree. Well, now I may agree with it. So that definitely looks like it could, definitely looks like it could still be rotating. It's kind of straight line right now, as we can see no real circulation with it right now, but that could change within a hot minute. Hail seems to have gotten a lot smaller, which is awesome because 3 inches is too much. Jeez. Oh my god. Benton really got just destroyed. Yikes. We got a new tornado warning in effect in Arkansas for this, which does appear to be rotating. This is for the following areas in Arkansas: Johnson and Hope. At 9:52 p.m. Central, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Dillon, or 18 miles northeast of Clarksville, moving east at 45. Tornado and core-size hail are the hazard, and the rotation is on radar. If we take a look at super res velocity, there is definitely something there. So, as you can, as you guys can see, we got a little bit of a hook going on right here. If we pause the playback, you notice how if the winds were straight up and down, that would represent straight line. But as you can see right now, they're kind of hooking into each other, and this stuff is coming around this way, which in turn causes the need for a tornado warning. This, I believe, will turn into something, and will turn into the reason why I stay live streaming for another hour. So this definitely appears to be very much a concern. See if we can look on correlation coefficient to see anything really. I mean, the darker colors are kind of hooking, but it's really not that evident. Take a look on velocity. You can definitely see the hook that is present in the base velocity. If we just outline the hook right here. Almost. There may be a new frame that I was missing. I don't know. But evidently the hook is there, which justifies the tornado warning. I am very tired and very cold, and man, ugh. Let's see if I can see anything right now. So I'm looking at a tweet right here from the National Weather Service tornado account. Tornado warning near Smyrna, Arkansas until 10:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Threat information, tornado radar indicated hail quarter size possible, potential exposure, population 69. A 2-digit number. This is really the middle of nowhere. Man. The highways are here. The highways are straight up there. There's nothing here. That's good news. I'd really love to just have, like, the ultimate setup right here. Because right now I'm just working off my laptop. Streaming off my laptop. If you guys hear the fan in the background, that is my laptop. It is very, very loud. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the following areas. In Louisiana, Bienville, Claiborne, Lincoln, and Webster. At 9:57, a severe thunderstorm was located over Eastwood, or 10 miles northeast of Bossier City, moving southeast at 55 miles an hour. The hazard is tennis ball size hail. Where is this warning? Why? Oh, there it is, 275. You hate to see it. You really do. That's hitting an inch. Cell could be rotating right in there. It's hard to tell as of right now. There's no tornado warning up, so I'm not very concerned about it. Yeah, very, very big area of concentrated precipitation, very strong, and take this warning seriously. I've said to not take some of them seriously, but this one you definitely should take seriously. There's a big threat coming in here with huge hail and some very strong winds from what it possibly looks like. Excuse me. Let's back over to velocity here. This doesn't seem to be maturing into anything. In fact, it seems, if we go back a couple of frames, this frame's the best, you guys will see that there was more of a hook. And now, going forward, it's kind of flattening out. So, good news for the population of 69 in that 2-county area. This will likely die out. After this dies and a few more warnings die, I'm probably going to get off of stream. But I appreciate you all tuning in. I appreciate you all putting up with me. Just check what's going on down here. Yep, that's a thing. The hail is definitely a concern. 2.5 inches. 2 3/4. Damn, I really wish I could see that. Haven't really hit our stride with this stream in terms of viewers, but I don't care. Ah, purple. Is this still a different story? Well, that hook is the same hook is still there. However, it's not much so there, but the formation would be there. If you look at it, you have the winds of one direction going like that, and the winds of the other direction going like that. Tie it all together, you get this, and then this comes into it, and then you have a tornado right around there. That's not the button I am meaning to click. See that hook on radar too, not even just base velocity. You can see the hook right around in here. If you just take a look at that, you really just gotta look for the concentrated areas in radar to tell where the velocity peaks or doesn't, or flattens out. If you look at it right here, basically the same line. Again, the purple's in the way, but you're looking at essentially the same line right there. Looking at almost the same thing. So this warning just got shrunk. shrunk, not shrunken, shrunk. The tornado warning also got shrunk to just Pope County. The storms seem to be slowly degrading in terms of severity. I'm not really sure, like, what the peak of it was, because I was not around. That's still very concerning. I was not around for earlier today for the earlier part of the outbreak today, but from what I heard, it was pretty bad. I saw several pictures of tornadoes on WX Twitter. Trains in my neighborhood don't seem to like my live stream. Just shut up now. Thank you. Alright, we're back. So this still seems very severe. How big is the hail? 2 inches. It's chunks of ice falling from the sky. Don't get hurt. Got 4 viewers going right now. Appreciate y'all tuning in. So, there goes the tornado warning for Pope County. In Arkansas, we have now only 9 warnings to follow. I'm probably going to hop off stream soon enough. Got a little hook in here, though. Let's take a look at the super res velocity right now. That doesn't seem to be much of anything. It did appear as a hook on radar, though, so I'm very curious to see what that is. Just mark that, go over to reflectivity. Yeah. I mean, just because it's a hook does not mean it's a tornado. It says a tornado vortex signature. Let me go around different radars. See. Let's get a second opinion. Yeah, and there it goes. Just went back to hell. Alright, love to see that. Wait. It's saying 2 different things on 2 different radars. What is the cell I need to be looking at? J1. Cell J1. Regardless of whatever it appears to be doing. Cell J1. This is V9. I think it was this one, though. It was definitely this one. So let me just grab a look on velocity. That concerns me. That little spot right there, maybe a bit of a concern. But otherwise, looks pretty good. Looks pretty clear for the most part. Got some strong opposing winds right here. This doesn't seem to be a issue. Got some very high wind gusts up in the 70s and 80s. Just to the north of Belleville and Danville, and to the northwest of Ola, just over to the north of Plainview, to the west of Casa, to the south and west of Dardanelle. It is very difficult to speak some of the names of these areas in such a quick time. Y'all might not think it's that difficult, but in reality, it requires a lot of thought and okay. Alright, I thought I was seeing something. Still 2-inch hail. Loaded gun warning for Casa, as well as possibly Morrilton. what I'm having trouble with picking up here. What I'm having trouble picking up is the idea that there's not that much rotation associated with this, because just turn this off. The boundary and setup for today was something that I was quite concerned about, because it looked at the point where the whole line was just going to become rotating, just slowly spinning. There was only a few parts today, apparently, and they did not even produce that much. Which is great, because we did not need a day like we had. If y'all know anything about weather, and if y'all have seen any of my tweets on Twitter, follow me. I'll link it at the end of the video. If y'all have seen anything on my Twitter, you should have seen some very strong, violent days and outbreaks with tornadoes and severe storms. That being said, yesterday was thankfully not one of those days. That also being said, tomorrow will likely be one of those days. When we continue pushing this line across Arkansas, Louisiana, etc., there's really not as much going on down Louisiana. This is going to be a much more northern storm. We could be looking at possible impacts in Tennessee, as well as the northern parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. That's better than what we've seen over the past few days, especially down in the south, because all storms seem to become... We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the following areas in Louisiana and Texas: Bossier, Caddo, DeSoto, Harrison, Marion, Panola. At 10:11, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Belcher to 6 miles southwest of DeBerry, east at 45. So another strong line going on right about here. Let's just click on that. As we can see, yep, stronger storms about to go right through Shreveport, Green Ward, Wascom, Stonewall, Bossier City. We take a look at velocity. No rotation really associated with this. This is all just radar error right here. As you get close to the radar, it sometimes becomes a little bit faulty. As you can see, the gray boundary line is very big. It extends a lot. Why is this so strong? If it was rotating, you guys would be able to see clashes in colors, like down here. But there's really nothing going on up here, so really nothing to worry about. This is still strong. Get out of here. Get the sound loop button and check something. Alright. Had one of the severe thunderstorm warnings up and around here get taken out of effect. These are all moving very quickly. Holy cow. They're going to be over here by like 2 or 3 in the morning. Possibly even earlier, I think. So these seem to be on a weakening trend, as you guys saw in the last frame, in one of the furthest frames away. This was very strong, but at this point seems to be weakening. And I think I'm going to do this, get it zoomed out, time out. I have another severe thunderstorm warning taken out of effect, as shown. And I'm gonna get it on loop. And with everything else being said, I'm gonna end the stream here. If you guys do want to just keep seeing these weather streams every now and again, I'll probably get going with these very often, as we'll have another few severe outbreaks going on over the last few days. Please leave a like rating down below for this. Leave a comment in the comment box down below. Think about giving opinions on how I thought. Also, if you guys want to see more of this, click the subscribe button. I'll probably be doing close to daily streams now, because storms are a thing. So, with all being said, I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. If you guys did like it, again, leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button if you want to see this more often. I will see you all at the next stream, which will likely be tomorrow, talking about the areas in Tennessee, Alabama, Louisiana, and Georgia. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace out.